Hey y'all, it's your girl Chanel. Now I need y'all to come on in so we can talk. So go on, go sit down, take a seat.
Hey y'all, hey, it's Mimi with the hot seat. Are y'all ready? We got some sizzling shit. See you soon.
Hey you all, it's Tori. So come on in and stay tuned.
Hey Broskies, it's your girl Angela Marie. Y'all ready? Let's go.
What's up, everybody? What's going on this Friday night?
Hey,
Welcome to episode 5 of the Hot Seat podcast, okay? We are part of the Dial House Radio Network. And I always forget this. Shame on me. Shame on Angie. I always forget to explain that when we have our show, just disrespecting the whole brand. Let me stop, right? Okay. Let me just go ahead and say that we are part of the Dial House Radio Network. And if you guys aren't familiar with them, Dial House Radio has been around for a few years now. And we pretty much started off as a podcast or a number of podcasts, because there was 15 shows under the Dial House Radio Network at one time running off of Blog Talk Radio. So now we have kind of transitioned into a new phase, and everyone is going all visual. So that's why you get to see us and talk to us and see what we look like and everything. But all of the shows are now going to the visual live streaming podcast type of platform, okay? So Friday nights, the Hot Seat podcast has it on lock starting at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then at 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, Hot Sugar Tea streams live. We stream live here in our Facebook page. We stream live on our YouTube page, and we also stream live on the Dial House Radio Twitter page. And then our follow-up show behind us, Hot Sugar Tea, they stream live to the Dial House Radio Facebook page and to the India Morel YouTube page, and then to the I'm Your Dream Girl Twitter page, which is India Morel, who's the owner of Dial House Radio, is her direct Twitter page. So check out those shows. And then in 2022, our other show, which is still currently streaming on Blog Talk Radio, so that's an all audio podcast, they will be also going visual, and that's All Talk No Filter, hosted by Miss STL in St. Louis and her co-host Rap Star in New York. So that's a pretty dope little show too. So look forward to that coming to you guys. If you want to catch the audio version of the podcast, we are audio on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on iHeartRadio, and on Google Podcasts. Okay, so if you just get tired of looking at our faces, which I don't know why you would, but if you did and you just want to listen to us in the car or whatever the case may be, check us out on those platforms. All right? All right. So let's get to it, everybody. Now, we got a lot to talk about today. I don't even know what all we're talking about. We random as hell. I have no clue what may transpire during the course of this show. What I do know is that our main topic is about dating people with kids. I cannot wait to get into this conversation. Calling all the baby mamas and the baby daddies and all the third parties that's in this little entanglement with the babies. Okay, the entanglement, everybody, I want everybody to jump on, say something, have a comment, give your perspective, especially when it comes to baby. I have so many questions. I think we all have so many questions. This is going to be an interesting show. So I'm going to ask everybody who's watching to share the podcast. Call your baby daddy. I want you to call your baby daddy. Tell him to get on this show. Get him on the show. Call your baby mama. Okay? Tell them to get on the show so we can talk about it. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So that's what's coming up on today's show. We're having this conversation about dating people with kids. We want to know what's going on, what to do, who to whoop, who not to whoop. We trying to figure it out. Let us know. Okay? So before we get into that conversation comes up at 8:30, y'all. But before we get to that, let's get into our usual little routine of things, you guys. So we're gonna get into our awareness for the week. So for those of you who may not know, every week of the month, we honor an awareness. And our nice handy dandy little awareness secretary, Mimi over there up in the corner, she puts together the list of the awarenesses. Hey girl. She puts up the list of the awarenesses together for us, and then we choose which ones we are going to honor on the show. So for this week, we're actually going to honor safe toys and gifts. Okay, was that an Amber Alert?
It's a tornado warning. I told you. We
Oh,
got the
girl, be
tornado
safe.
warning here in St.
If
Louis.
Mimi has to duck for cover, okay, it's life threatening conditions that's going on. So if she go off the air, we know what's up. We know what's going on, okay? Lord Jesus. So anyway, our awareness for this week is Safe Toys and Gifts Month. And so I'm going to be very honest with you. This is my first time ever hearing about this awareness. And I honestly did not even know that there was an awareness for this. I'm going to tell you what I thought it was versus what it really is was completely different. Okay. But I'm working it out. I done worked it out, okay? So we're not going to even talk about what I thought it was. Let's talk about what it really is, okay? So December is National Safe Toys and Gifts Month, and this observance was started by Prevent Blindness America. Okay, so this is really about the safety of our children. It's about making sure that they have toys that are safe. And so I'm just going to read because this is an awareness that I'm new to on the emergencycenter.com. They say approximately 217,000 children are treated in emergency rooms annually for toy related injuries. The injuries can happen because of a fault in the toy itself or due to mishandling of the toy. While the vast majority of injured parties were eventually released by the emergency room or hospital, toy related injuries are among the most preventable. Okay. And so the Consumer Product Safety Commission in 2018 reported 17 fatalities that involved toys. Okay. So this is an awareness that kind of causes everyone to be mindful of the types of toys that they are providing to their children. Not only that, kind of watching how it's handled, because kids are curious, they play with things, most little ones, everything they want to put in their mouth. So you have to be very mindful, very careful with your children and what you're allowing them to play with. And so, of course, how fitting is this awareness for the month of December when we're so close to Christmas and kids get a lot of toys. So that is our awareness of the month. I will have the flyer and information posted on our page. And then, Tori, were you getting ready to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say something to that. It makes a lot of sense. I really like that because I know even when I get toys for, nieces and stuff like that, I look on the box. And if you notice, it says the age range on it, where it says like
Right.
2 and plus or 3 and plus, or you know what I mean? So that does make a lot of sense why they put the age related on it, because the toys can have little things on it that a 1-year-old can go and break off and swallow it instantly, and you're not even thinking twice about it. So
Exactly.
I get that. And I notice like even in a lot of stores, they do recalls. So, when you go into these stores, Ross, etc., they'll have on there's a recall on a particular toy. So I can dig it. I really like this one. This is a good one.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I thought that, this was a good point to make. And like I said, I hadn't even heard of this awareness before, but that's a good point, to make sure that we are being mindful of those things because we don't necessarily think about them hurting themselves when they have their toys, but it's a very, real possibility being that kids just, they don't know. So this one is a really good awareness. So you guys, I will have this information posted on our page. Again, this is Safe Toys and Gifts Month. All right, so we are back, everybody. And as you know, we always encourage you to grab your favorite drink and come join us on the Friday nights with some laughs, some conversation, and just unwind, okay? I know people are out there going out and doing whatever. but some of us still be staying inside, because it ain't all safe.
Nope,
But
not like
we
it used to be.
Okay, so this is our way of just kind of coming and having some fun with you all and having conversation and open dialogue about a lot of things. So, to get the party started, as you guys know, on Fridays we sip. I don't know what y'all sipping on. As a matter of fact, if you sipping on something, I want you to go ahead and comment because we want to know. We want to be in your business. What you drinking on? All right. Tonight, y'all, I am drinking some barefoot fruit scotto. Okay, this is fruit scotto, and this is strawberry. And so it's really, really good. I'm keeping it simple tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have a drink to save your waistline. Okay, tonight, we got strawberry wine and whoppers. So that's all I'm gonna say.
You acting
Don't
out.
judge me. Don't judge me.
No judgment here.
Okay, it's kind of like having a chocolate covered strawberry.
Yeah, why not?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Tori, what you drinking on, girl?
Oh, so I got this nice red blend called Odd Lot. It's actually really good. It's a mixture of a Cabernet with the Shiraz. So it's really good, actually. And it doesn't cost that much, okay? It's not that bougie.
Wait, but how much does your bottle cost, though?
$15. That ain't bad.
I don't know.
$4.98. $4.98.
You're not going to call me out. You're just not.
It don't cost that much. Okay. All right now.
Cost enough.
Mimi, what you drinking on? Over there looking like Lois Lane. What you drinking on, girl?
Okay. You on mute?
Girl, is you muted, girl?
Mm-hmm.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry, the child asked was it a tornado warning going on, so I had to speak to the mini human. So yeah, sorry. So I had the Mandria Sangria Moscato. Is what I'm drinking.
Oh,
that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm a sweet and fruity type of person when it comes to my wines and stuff like that.
Sure. Y'all got
Wait, who called me out in the comments? He says, wait, hold up. Wine and whoppers.
Yes, indeed.
exactly.
Tonight, it's wine and whoppers, babe.
That is a weird combination. I mean, kind of like Tori and her chili dog.
No, you not.
But
for my relish.
It's all right.
It's okay. We're not gonna judge you.
But I was saying, like her Angie mixture today don't make sense. Kind of like your hot dogs and relish with chili in it. Don't make sense.
Nell came out roasting.
Get in there real cute, Nell. I love that.
Nell came in already roasting.
She did. Cause Tori be ready. Tori be ready. Okay.
Oh, I'm ready.
Nell, what you drinking on, babe?
I think it's called
You think you don't know?
My husband bought this job. Nouveau. It's cute.
Nouveau. Yeah, I love it.
It's good. What is? I guess it's wine or liquor, whatever it is. It's strong though.
She's like, we getting fucked
you
up
mixing
tonight.
Nothing tonight?
No, not tonight. Not tonight.
Oh, you took it straight.
Oh, wait. This is what I'm snacking on with my wine. Y'all see?
Those look good.
What is it?
Soft baked clusters.
Oh.
That looks good.
Don't judge me.
She said, don't judge me. I heard that. No judgment here, boo. All right, y'all. Let's get into some conversation. So first of all, I wanted to ask everybody, who's been watching Harlem? Has anyone been watching Harlem?
I ain't never heard of that. Never heard of it.
What?
Dang, y'all missing out.
I haven't watched it, but I know what it is.
What is it?
Okay, so it's a new series that has started. It's on Prime, and it's 4 four black women in Harlem, and it's about, their careers, their relationships. It's really good. I don't want to, because we know that there's a lot of people who still has not seen it. It's pretty new, and so we're not gonna give no spoilers or
I'm gonna have to
anything
watch it.
about.
I'm gonna have to find it and
It's
watch it.
really good.
Definitely, definitely. So I'm curious to know, has anybody actually watched the series that was on Stars that was called Run the World?
Dang, Angie, me and you
No.
both. We the ones over here.
Okay. So what's funny is where y'all been at? Where y'all
We'll
been
bring y'all here
Playing
together.
Candy Crush.
I hate that game.
Nell's been playing Candy Crush, y'all.
Y'all, that's my relaxation time when the boys are in the bed.
No, I understand. I totally understand. So listen. So Run the World. Here's the thing. Run the World and Harlem, to me, are almost identical.
Very much so.
They're
I
almost
agree.
identical. Okay, they're both about four black women. Both stories are set in Harlem. Both are about these women. They're successful women. They're friends. It's about their careers, their love lives, what's going on, and things like that. And so, me and Tori were talking about it. We couldn't figure out what is technically the difference between the two. So, my take on it, really, the only thing that I can see from this show is that with Run the World, I get a more mature kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
Even though both shows, the women, it's set in they're in their
30s.
30s, but I get a more mature vibe from Run the World. I get a more, I don't know, younger, kind of fresh, vibrant vibe from Harlem. It's weird, but it's almost the same storyline.
Yeah, it really
So
is.
yeah, it's weird. So I'm really curious to know what's the difference. So Joseph says, I'm surprised none of you ladies ever watched HBO's Boardwalk Empire. I have not seen that. I've heard about it, but I have not seen it.
Me either. I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, I ain't never heard.
Absolutely.
You notice on the show though, Angie, on both Run the World and Harlem, it was so identical, but their fuck ups or their mishaps were all different.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. We
So,
can't even
and
tell
Haley-
you. We can't even talk about it.
No, I'm not talking. Yeah, we can't talk about it. But if you look at them, at both of them, you'll see their mishaps on all of them. So it'll hit all different perspectives of when someone fucks up, what is the solution of their fuck up? So it's pretty good, both of them.
It's good. So we're gonna wait till everybody done caught up and watch the show so we can talk about it. We probably still can't talk about it because I bet it's a bunch of people who still have not watched it as of yet.
They're both good.
But those are good. We'll get back to that. Let's talk about Jussie Smollett for just a minute. Jussie.
Child. He ain't had nothing else better to do. I don't know.
So
he needs that money.
The jury then found Poe Jussie guilty of a fake hate crime.
Wow. Poor thing.
I had to reread the headline this morning when I saw it. I said, wait, what happened now? How you get found guilty for your own hate? Jussie. He should have just kept singing that song. What's that little song they kept singing on Empire? What's the little song?
Don't
you even say it. Yeah, don't get Vicky line because I asked her what the song was and she sung the opening to Power. So,
well, don't you know it, Angie? The song he used to sing.
I don't know it. That's it though, Nell. You're so beautiful or whatever. That song.
You're
so
beautiful.
Oh, you got it now, Tori.
I know it now.
You ain't know it just a few minutes ago, though.
You know what? Don't come for me right now, Mimi. I'm about that life. About that life, Mimi.
Y'all so mean today.
Oh my gosh, out of control today.
Oh,
No. Y'all
Out
need,
of control today.
So is he guilty?
yeah, that
He was
motherfucker.
found guilty.
I wonder if he's gonna get some time, or knowing him, he
They
probably ain't
haven't
gonna get no
sentenced him
time.
yet, though, right?
They're gonna
Has
go on.
anyone been paying attention?
No.
Has anyone been paying attention? I was trying to ask anyone in the comment if they have if they know any actual details.
They're probably just gonna fine him. You know, with these celebrities, they just fine their asses. They don't go and send their
I
butts.
think he's gonna do some time.
You
I
think
think
so?
he is too.
You
Yeah.
think? I think he's gonna get fined.
He gonna be right in that little jail cell. You're so
Beautiful. Oh.
But it's
Y'all-
crazy. It's crazy he would do that because the show Empire was so hot. It was at its prime,
I
and
think
then he
something
pulled
wrong.
that.
He was bored, girl. So he ain't had nothing
I
better.
was just about to say that. I
He
swear to
wanted
you.
some attention, more attention than what he was getting, honey. Some ain't right in the head. Some ain't right.
He's silly because I'm saying, y'all know his sister. His sister's an actress.
Who is his sister?
What's his sister's name?
Journey.
Journey Smollett, the one that
From
played
East
on
Bayou.
Lovecraft.
East Bayou.
Lovecraft
I mean,
Country.
she's grown
That
now.
was his
She's grown
sister.
now. That's his sister.
I did not know that.
Oh,
She gonna need to get him together, honey. She gonna need to talk to him.
Girl, it's too late for getting Jesse together now, shoot.
I
Too
agree.
much drama. Too much drama.
So look, so y'all know with the pandemic and everything that was going on, it's still going on, should I say? But you remember, like, movies were non-existent. We couldn't find a movie, couldn't go to the theaters, it was closed and all that. So now movies are starting to come back, and I've seen a few I'm like interested in. I don't know if y'all been looking at that, but I've been looking at I want to see West Side Story. I hate musicals. I hate them.
I hate them too. They so stupid.
But when it comes to my Puerto Rican people, I like my West Side Story.
Shouldn't have said that, Neil. Because
Don't
this one over here in the other
musicals.
corner.
Do not disrespect musicals, okay?
Okay.
No, it's okay. You already did it. It's cool.
It's stupid, y'all. I'm sorry.
And West Side Story is one of my favorites, y'all. Oh my God, be like, Puerto Rico. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute, y'all, because don't get me started. I was about to go there. Like, that's
I don't
my
like
stuff.
I don't
You
like
don't?
No, they dumb. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I really just sang that online. But I'm
I
sorry,
know.
y'all.
Sing it again.
No,
we listening.
no, I'm not gonna embarrass myself. But you guys, I happen to love musicals very much. Okay, so let me tell you what happened, right? Because Vicky really does hate musicals. So we decided that we were going to challenge each other to watch something the other one really likes to watch. So I made Vicky watch a musical, and she made me watch a documentary.
I love documentaries.
It wasn't just any document. Okay, so let's talk about what I made her watch. What did I make you watch, Vicky?
She made me watch A Dreadful Rent, and it took me 4 days to watch Rent.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry you have to go through that.
It was torture.
I bet. Man, look.
And
I jumped off a cliff. I'm sorry.
It was torture because I kept stopping. It was only so many. I was like, wait, they just said 2 sentences and another song is on. What in the world is going on? Can we have a conversation and not sing every single damn word?
They sing everything. Look at me now. What about you?
Oh my God! Don't do me, y'all. Don't do me. Listen.
4 days. So I had her watch Bob Ross, which it was a documentary. Don't laugh at me. It was actually really good. It's a lot of drama on a painter from PBS.
Y'all know who Bob Ross is, though? Let me tell you.
On Channel 9.
The one with the fro. I didn't even know that was his name.
I didn't know what his name was.
All I remember is he painted mountains. I didn't know nothing else. Thank you.
Anyways,
I still got 10 minutes left on that documentary from 3 months ago.
But it was good though, because you was calling me, telling me how it was good.
Okay, so there was some good There was a little drama in his life. I know he looked with that little fro and the paintbrush. I know he don't look like he had drama, but there was a little bit of drama, and it wasn't his fault. He really was a nice person, y'all.
He
He
was a
really was.
sweetheart.
But it was just some girl. They shady in the
Evil.
painting world. They is shady in the painting world,
It's all
child.
about them
But they
coins.
did Bob wrong.
They did for that money.
They did.
That's why in those stores, when you see Bob Ross stuff, it says Bob Ross Incorporation or something like that. It's like INC. It's not his name. It's not. It doesn't go towards his family. It doesn't go towards anything for him. Yes, you have to watch it because it's so shady how he got screwed over on his own name.
What?
I don't know who has Bob Ross's stuff because don't nobody I know have Bob Ross's stuff. But if you're somebody that likes to paint the Bob Ross and you got stuff of his, listen to whatever it is Vicky just said to you because I don't know.
I like documentaries. You learn stuff.
Well, he used to make me sleepy as hell because the way he talked was. Now I'm gonna like make a bush here. We're gonna dab it a little.
Stop.
Don't like it.
He was serenading them women, girl.
Like that though.
He was so boring. It was so quiet and okay.
He serenaded them ladies. Mm.
Well, he serenaded me to sleep. Shit.
But listen, okay, Bob cheated a little bit. He was a cheater.
He was a cheater. He was
Bob
doing
was a cheater.
Yes,
I believe it.
I can't believe it either.
Not
It's
my
on Netflix.
Nobody who painted them little mountains like that was capable of cheating.
Really don't, Angie. I want to get on your musicals, okay, Hunty? I'm gonna leave that at bay.
I'd rather watch
Bob
Bob than a musical. I'd rather watch Bob.
Thank you, Mimi. Which one you picking? You going over there on your cousin's side or not?
She is.
Wait a minute. What?
You know I have to throw that out there. Thank you, Neil.
Wait. What?
Never mind.
I'm not a musical.
Mimi, you're not. You. I'm done with y'all.
You like
Anyways. So there's
Okay.
other movies that's out right now. There's the Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I'm pretty interested in that. I heard it's pretty good. There's
House it is amazing.
Really?
I've heard that Ghostbusters is amazing.
It's House of Gucci with Lady Gaga, which I definitely want to see because Lady Gaga is a hell of an actress off top.
She got weird too.
She weird, but she can act her butt off.
Speaking of Ghostbusters, you know I keep calling Mimi Lois Lane, but I really keep forgetting the name of the little lady that's in Ghostbusters, y'all. Can somebody help me out? I can't remember.
I don't watch it, so I wouldn't know.
I'm gonna come back to that. We gonna get the right name. I'm sorry. Carry on. House of
And then there's for the kids, you can take them to see Encanto. And then there's Resident Evil.
You just got real happy when you said that you're gonna go see Encanto.
No, I'm saying you can take the kids to go see that. And then there's Resident Evil. Welcome to the Raccoon.
The look on Angie's face when you said that was hilarious.
What was the look on her face? Like what you just said?
I don't know what Encanto is. Is that what we said?
It's a cartoon, baby. It's a cartoon.
She was smiling at first, and then she did like this.
And she got issues. And then there's Resident Evil.
I would
be going to see that.
I would like that.
Yes, me too.
I don't know about that. I might be like this, covering my eyes up.
What? You know what?
Oh my gosh. Come on now.
Just in case it's scary, I ain't got time today.
But you got time for Bob.
Thank you. Bob was like how long? Like an hour or something?
Too long.
Bob wasn't scary.
He looked like a child molester, so there'd be times I just take a nap.
Oh, Bob.
Can we just disrespect Bob? I'm so sorry for everyone who
Rest in peace, Bob. Rest in peace.
For everyone who is a fan of Bob Ross's, we sincerely apologize on behalf of Mimi for disrespecting his poor little name. She just called him a child molester.
I mean, but it was a lot of people that looked a little child molested.
Him and the neighborhood guy. What's it, Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Rogers. But wasn't Mr. Rogers really a child molester? Or am I lying on him?
Allegedly. I don't know. I don't think he was. He seemed he was kind-spirited too.
I don't know, man. He was, I don't know.
Okay.
I got a no comment. My name is Tori, and I ain't in it.
Okay.
Well, listen, you guys, we're about to get into a really quick break here. Actually, it's about a 5-minute break. So I want y'all to get ready to get into this conversation. We're about to talk about dating people with kids, okay? So during the break, I'm going to ask you guys to get your snacks, get your drinks, share, call up your peoples, get on this conversation. If you want to come on live, on video with us and comments and, you know, getting in on the conversation, make sure that you message us in the comments. If you are a Facebook friend of mine or any of ours and you want to hop in Messenger so we can send you a link so we can get you on and you can speak your piece on the show. But we are about to get into this conversation. We're about to talk about what's going down with this, how do we make it work? What's the do's and don'ts? Because I feel like it's some type of secret rules or something when it comes to dating someone with kids. So y'all think about it. You let us know when we get back from the break, and we will be right back.
Flex up. Flex up. Flex up. I want to play for so long. I need to tell you. I want to bad. Unless you talking numbers, we ain't speaking about the right things. Switch up on my nigga for a figure, that's not like me. Baddie with a body in the lobby, she like nice things. She used to know me then, she like me now, that's funny timing. Eyes been on that prize, I cop that cribbo for that timepiece. I'm trying to see the globe and sell out shows until the flight leaves. They wanna ride my ties, but they ain't even ride or die, please. But I've been short on time and in the prime of my prime easy. I said I never changed and leveled up, I guess I lied, yeah. Off that strain of potent just to feel like I'm alive, yeah.
You know, I wanna make an anthem. Okay. Like, remember when rappers had anthems? Yeah, I remember. I wanna create or recreate that move. Okay. Something like, kick that shit. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Right. Power to my people, cause my people.
Foreign car to the club, how we feel. Back between the bottles and the drugs, how we feel. After party in the hills, how we feel. Exotic girls in the crib, how we feel. How it feel, how it feel. Spending thousands on designer, how it feel. How it feel, how it feel.
All right, we are back. We are back, everybody. Thank you for being with us through our little intermission, through our break, everybody. So we are back, and it's time to get into this conversation. I'm about to get comfortable because we got stuff to talk about. We have to talk about this topic right here. So there's so many questions, and I'm pretty sure there's so many point of views when it comes to dating someone who has children. And I'm saying that from all sides of it, right? So if you are the parent and you're the baby mom, and then you have the father and he's with someone else, and that whole dynamic, or vice versa. And then from the person who's kind of coming into the situation, like the external party coming into the situation, with someone who already has a child, and then just um trying to have a cohesive situation, but we all know that it does not always happen that way. So I guess the starting question would be, can it work, being or dating someone who has kids? Now, obviously, there's so many people who are in blended families. It absolutely can work. So I think the big thing here is, how is it successful? How do you make it work? What are the key elements? What are some of the things that you think needs to be understood or in place when you get into a situation like that? Because I'm sure all of us have been with, someone, or are with someone who um has a child, or maybe have had a child, so we have different perspectives on this one. So I'm going to say, on my end, I'll start out with the conversation. I absolutely think it can work. I think that all parties involved need to have a certain level of maturity when it comes to that type of situation. And there's also a level of respect amongst all parties. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think when it comes to the children, uh, collectively, everyone's main goal is to create a loving and supportive environment for the child, right? So everybody's best interest for the child should play a part in this. I think where it gets kind of sticky is the ex the other factors. And most of the time, I don't feel like it's necessarily the kids. Sometimes it is the kids. Okay, so we got two things here. Sometimes it's the parents, because of either the baby mama or the baby daddy. A lot of times, I feel like it's unresolved feelings or issues that causes that. And then the other thing is the child. You know what I'm saying? And not because the child's doing anything wrong, because they're usually innocent in the situation, but depending on the environment that they're coming from. So if you have, let's say, for instance, a baby father who is always negatively talking about the mom's boyfriend, or vice versa, or the baby mama who's always negatively talking about the father's girlfriend, and the kids hear that, or because you don't like the fact that he's moved on, then you're talking about the girlfriend in front of the kids, and so the kids feel that, well, you can say disrespectful things, and they feel that they can say disrespectful things to this person, and that's where a lot of conflict can arise.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like when it comes to situations like that, I believe children need to stay in the child's place. That's number
Yeah.
one, because ultimately the situation is between the adults. It has nothing to do with the child. You know what I'm saying? So for parents who think it's okay to allow their children to be disrespectful to the other person's significant other, whoever that may be, that's unacceptable. I don't care who don't like that
Yeah.
one. It's unacceptable.
It got to be boundaries.
There has to be
That's the
boundaries.
biggest thing. The
Yeah.
boundaries and the respect. Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah.
If you don't have the boundary set, or the respect, it's not gonna work. It's just gonna
Yeah.
cause a lot of tension.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that, that's a big thing. Now, in that, respect as well, for people coming into this type of situation, an external party coming into the situation, it's also there's also the part there where I understand as a mom, you have to make sure that their intentions are good. Okay, so I
Yeah.
do understand that, but I just feel like the communication needs to be there between the adult parties, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that that's where the problem comes in at, right?
I agree.
So I'm curious. What do you guys think about it? Tori or Mimi, what do you guys think?
Really, this is new to me. All my relationships that I've been in, I've never talked to someone who's had kids, and now, and I don't have kids. So now that I'm getting older, it's a new ball game for me to where, you're talking to people who have been in situations where they have kids and everything. I think that kids adapt to whatever you put them in. And and to bring that up, I'm a product of that. My as you guys know, my biological dad died when I was 7, and I had gained another father when I was 14, and I really had a problem with him because in my head it was like I had a father. I remember my father's love. That man loved me with all his might. I remember him. I say the stories, all of that. But what I didn't understand was that I needed that as a woman, that father's love.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got older, having that father's love changed me in a lot of ways of the men that I chose to date. I didn't have to yearn for attention or do certain things to have a man because I already had my father's love, and I had my brother's love at that too. But one thing that I noticed is like now me being older and dating people with kids, I feel like Nell said, boundaries, communication, and man, it's just new to me. This is new to me. So this is something that I'm just soaking up to learn about because I don't know. I'm coming in with me and my dog, So at the end of the day, I don't have that situation where I have a kid. I'm coming in full fledged, and I want to be a bonus mom. That's the thing about it. If someone has a kid and that's their child, I want to be a bonus mom where I want to help you, and the opposite, the mom, I want to help you guys with this child, because a child, what do they say? What's that saying? It takes a village to build what's that saying?
It takes a village to raise a child.
Okay, it does. I really truly believe that it does. But I think that I would be a great woman to be a bonus mom to someone else's kid. I want to teach you as much as I know as well, because when you get to that certain age and you out on your own, I want to be that one where I'm helping you as your parents to make sure you don't make mistakes that the 3 of us made. Okay. So
That's a good point.
I'm new to this, y'all. I'm just listening, but I'm new to this.
That's a good point. So I'm gonna speak to what you said, and I'm also gonna address what Kalo said as well because he makes a really good point. I agree. Now I don't have kids, but I've been in relationships where my partner has had kids. Let me say my significant other for y'all be like, oh, she got a partner. What kind of partner? No,
It's okay, girl. It's all
my
right.
ex-man or my man, y'all. No, but no. So I have been in situations where someone that I was dating had kids, and so I'm always I always come into it with just like an open heart. So number one, I love kids, right? I love kids. I have a really nurturing spirit. And so, I'm always coming in open, like, what can we do for the babies? Because one of the beautiful things that I've seen is that I have a cousin, right? And um her dad and her mom divorced and then he remarried. But she has two moms. She will tell you that in a minute. She has two moms. She loves both of her moms. It is one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen. And I feel like that's kind of like when I think of coming into a situation where, you are maybe you don't have kids and you get with someone who does have kids or you guys have blended families or whatever the case may be. I feel like that's what it should be. Okay. We all know that whoever the mother is numero uno. That's their mother, right? You should not be, let's say this, okay? Because I feel like I said, there's rules. We need like a little whiteboard. There's rules to this, okay? I feel like if you don't know, you should know as an external party coming in, you are not the mother. You are not the father, okay? If you did not contribute in the birthing of that child, you are not that entity. That's what
We
we're gonna
can't
call
go. We can't go
it.
on Maury to see if you're not
Okay,
the father.
that's all I'm saying. But, and I think that's another thing. Like some moms or some fathers kind of get defensive, feeling like oh, this other person is coming in trying to do this and trying to do that, and it should not be that way. Everybody needs to know their place because everyone has one in the situation. But I do feel like even though you're not, you may not be the parent, that you come in having the same best interest at heart for the child. Okay. And that's how I feel. If I'm coming into a situation with someone who has a kid, I'm coming in as, like Tori said, bonus mom. Okay. I'm going to love and care for that child the same way. Okay. And with what Kayla was saying, he was saying the biggest problem he had was having different methods of child raising. That one is a kind of like a struggle right there. And I'm curious to know what other people think about that, because that is something, people having different methods of raising their child. Because I'm real old school when it comes to disciplinary action and children. That's why I said in the beginning that a child should not be disrespectful in a situation. I don't like any disrespectful behavior, period. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't raised that way. But you know, that one I really don't know. That's a
That's a
sticky
good one.
situation. You have to kind of you got to come to a happy medium, I believe, on that
That's a
while
good one.
maintaining respect levels. Because if you're a person who allows maybe your child to do more than the other person or speak more freely than the other person, and then you have the other person over here that's not used to that, there needs to be serious communication going on, some conversations happening about what the boundaries are
Yeah,
Now
there.
that's
that
very
makes
Okay.
important.
Yeah,
that
because that
is
could be
that's
a
very
big
important.
issue.
And that makes sense though now, because when I got older, I'd ask my mom questions. I'd be like, "Why did you let my father?" Because that's my dad all day now. And I would
Mhm.
always say, "Why did you let him discipline me? I had a problem. I didn't like you allowing him to discipline me, and you didn't have no say so." And she started telling me I did have a say so, but it was behind closed doors. Me and him communicated that before he disciplined you. So it made sense as I got older. I said, oh, wow. And as a man, like for instance, I'll give an example. When I was younger, I would be out going just hanging out, but I wouldn't be doing anything. I would be hanging out. And he felt as a young lady, she needs to be inside at a certain time. So he disciplined me. I had a problem with it because she didn't say it, he said it. But when I got older, I had an understanding that they both communicated with one another before he did it. So it all made sense, you know? So communicating with each other. But then I think sometimes it's one thing I always had a curiosity about. Why not conversate with the child to see what the child thinks? Do parents communicate with the children to see what they think?
I know I did. I did. I mean, always. So
In terms of disciplinary action, or is that what you're saying?
well, not necessarily that, because that wasn't an issue I was having anyways. It was just other stuff, not necessarily disciplinary actions. But I always discuss boundaries, or if something was bothering my child, that, you know, we have to all talk together. That way we can solve it together.
Right.
I love that.
I don't like I don't like one parent trying to fix stuff. I feel like both the step parent and the biological parent, you have to talk together. I just always believe that. I don't like, you know, that the separate thing. I don't like that.
I don't
I
either.
think it should all happen together. So
I like
agree.
that because that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You have you all's rules of what you have in place, and at the other house, they're going to have their rules of what they have at their place.
Yeah.
And they can communicate that. So I really
think
like
it
that.
should be discussed with the kids and both adults, not just one.
Right. No, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that because you're right. Like that, it creates a weird dynamic if one person is handling everything or one person is
Yeah.
talking to the child, because ultimately you want to come in and build a relationship with that child. You know what I'm saying? You want them to be comfortable, you know, in that environment, especially if you're a step parent. You know, you want them to feel comfortable. You want them to, you know, feel like this is their second home. And so, you know, but if they feel like, oh well, I'm only going to talk to my dad, or only going to talk to my mom, you know, and both people are not actively involved, that can be
It's not
that can
gonna
cause
work.
a lot of issues. Yeah, that's not going to work. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. So I'm curious to know. I want to hear from some baby mamas or some baby daddies out there who's listening in, because I really want to hear the perspective from like a baby mama and what's the rules. Now I know Neil, I already know you and mom, you and Mimi, but I'm curious to know like how does like that dynamic work? And I know that you ladies are, you know, you guys are cool, but I know there are some baby mamas that's just like, I don't want her around my baby, or some guys like, don't have him around my child, and it's just like, well, how are you supposed to move on and still keep a, you know, a copacetic relationship with the child?
You can
If
have a
y'all
date.
hate everybody that they talk to, now you gotta like somebody at some point in time. What is going on, everybody? Baby
You're gonna be
mamas,
single.
baby daddies, come on, chime in. Let us know. Let me
You're
know,
gonna be
because I want to know.
single for
I
life.
don't have those issues because I've
Yeah,
been
'cause
mama
you're
and daddy
cool.
from the beginning. No,
Right,
Marcus has never met his biological dad, so
Oh wow.
it's always been me
right.
and Angie because he loved him some cousin Angie,
You know, girl, I love the kids.
You're
and
silly.
she would grab him up like
Oh,
he
I hear your child up now. Don't get it
yeah
Yeah.
twisted.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't
I
nothing
him
wrong
up
with it.
them
But
disrespectful kids. You got to put the
but
fear of
see, with
God. Go
me,
ahead.
his dad has never been in his life, you know. So I really don't know how that whole real dynamic baby mama, baby daddy drama because it's been me. And of course,
Wow.
I have my mom and, my sister, and like he has, godparents and stuff like that, and, people in the church and different things like that. But as far as his dad's side of the family, they pretty much was like, fuck my child. So they've never met him, they've never seen him, no interaction with him whatsoever. And my child is 14 years old now.
So I got a question. Do you have any fears or worries about when he gets older? So I'll tell you my breakdown. When my father died when I was 7, I lost contact with my dad's side of the family. It did a lot for me when I got older because I wanted to know, why do I write left-handed? Why am I like this? Why do I act like this? Why do I do this? You know what I'm saying? Why do I look like this? And so I finally found my dad's side of the family, and I have a great relationship with them now. But it was a lot that bothered me growing up, trying to figure out, why am I not like my mom? And my mom keeps saying I'm a lot like my dad's family. Do you have worries and fears or fears about when he gets older and he starts asking you questions because he wants to know them?
No. And I mean, at this point, like I said, like I'm not the bitter baby mama, never spoke bad about, my son's father to, you know, to his dad and different things, about his dad and different things like that. So I'm never going to do that. If he wants to reach out, I'll try to make the provisions. But if the dad doesn't want to, that's not an issue. Marcus has a father figure in his life now that treats him like, his son. So it makes it a lot easier. He's like, okay, because it was one day me and my best friend were in the car with the kids and they were younger. And her son was like, my dad this, my dad that. And Marcus was like, well, I don't have a dad. And so my best friend was like, bitch, what you gonna say? So
Wow.
it's kind of like, it's like, Marcus, you have a dad. He's just on vacation now. My baby father was incarcerated for some things that he did. Whatever he did, that's between him and the good Lord. But I was like, you have a dad. He's just on vacation. And the reason why I said vacation is because Marcus was like 4 or 5 at that time. So I didn't taint him earlier on. As he got a little bit older, I let him know the real deal as to what happened to his biological. I said, it's not that he doesn't love you. I said, he just, has some things that happen in his life and he's getting himself together. And Marcus was okay with that answer. I did ask him a couple of years ago, did he ever want to meet his dad? He was like, no, I pretty much have, who I have in my life now, and I'm okay with that. I was like, well, just let me know. So it's kind of like we have an open communication about that. So in the event, if he does want to reach out to his dad, I have no issue with that. But I will have an issue if my baby make it to the NFL or the NBA and you try to hop your little happy ass up on the stage after my
Right.
baby then got
Yeah.
accepted. Angie,
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to 1-2. You
Girl, I
gotta switch
got it.
leg. You
I
got you.
Pluto
Okay.
chop him in the neck, girl.
Okay. So therefore, because he hasn't been there, Angie been there. Angie been peed on. Angie done babysat.
Can we not disclose all the
I'm just
information?
Should
Just
have
saying.
been thrown
carry
up
on.
on.
Carry on.
But at the same token, it's like, you know, Angie has been there for everything. So if Angie's standing there while he's signing his contract to, the New York Giants or somebody like that, Angie has her privilege to stand right there because Angie done been through the fire and everything. She done hemmed him up. She done told him about himself. She done told him this in a loving way because that's how Angie is. But yeah, so like I said, I've never been, the bitter baby mama. I never had baby daddy issues because he hasn't been here. So
Understandable,
I got
understandable.
another question because y'all know I got too many questions because this is new to me. This is all new to me.
okay.
Anyway, so when is a good time to meet someone's kids or kid? And y'all drop some comments in the box because I want to know everyone's perspective of when is a good time to meet your kids, because there's some people I know where you dating and it's like, oh, meet my kid, and then your kid get attached and then y'all break up. So when is a good time? I feel like this is a good question.
It
When is
is.
a good time to meet someone's kid?
I feel like when you
Not right
plan
off the
on
bat.
spending the rest of your life with that person. That's just how I
Yeah.
feel. When you plan on spending the rest of your life with this person,
When
that's
you know
that's
that's your
it.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that, and I think that it's important to allow the parent to make that choice. I'm not a woman that's like, so when am I gonna meet your kids? So when am I gonna meet your kids? So when are you gonna introduce me? So when you,
Hmm.
I'm not that type of person because ultimately, and this is how I feel with anything in terms of relationship. If you love me and you care about me, I want you to make the choice that you feel in your heart that it's the time and place for me to meet your child. So I'm not going to rush anyone into making that decision regardless because I shouldn't have to. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I'm not trying I wouldn't pressure anybody to do that either. You either feel that it's the time for me to meet them or you don't feel it's the time. So I feel like that is something, you kind of got to give your person the opportunity to do. Now, if it's one of those situations where y'all engaged about to get married and you still ain't met the child, then that's a problem
Yeah.
right there. Like,
Something wrong.
excuse me, how we supposed to blend this
Yes.
family? And I ain't even met the part I'm supposed to be blending. So
Yeah.
I
This
need
something ain't
you.
right.
Something's not right. I need you to figure that part out. But if you
But he been
guys are
eating the fruit
dating,
snacks.
right? If you, oh, okay. But
You
if,
better run.
but if you guys are dating and this person has a child and they have not yet introduce you, I say give them time to make that decision because you don't know what the reason is. Sometimes you got crazy baby mamas and baby daddies and you got to ease that in or like, I got to talk to the mama like we got to revisit this like 5 times before she won't stab you when you meet her. You know what I'm saying? So you may have to allow them to, handle this, kind of ease you into it. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is that it does take time for people to know that you are the one.
It
You know what I'm
does.
saying? And because we live in such a crazy world today, you cannot just introduce anybody to your kids.
You got to
You
be
can't.
careful.
People
You
change
can't.
people change relationships like they change their underwear sometimes.
That's
And
Hmm.
true.
in that respect, I can understand sometimes where maybe the baby mother or the baby father is like, listen, I don't want this person around my kids. Are you gonna be with them? Or next week is it somebody new? And I
Yeah.
think that's where let me play devil's advocate. Let me defend y'all a little bit, baby mama and baby daddies out there. I understand to some degree why they can be apprehensive about letting someone or letting the other parent have their children around someone because maybe they know that this person has a pattern of picking people who don't create a healthy environment. Or
Yeah.
maybe, yeah, or maybe they continue to date different people and it's like, okay, you cannot have my child around, whoever, Gary, Jack, and Jim, and Felicia, Toya, and Michaela. Okay, you can't have my baby around all of
Dang.
them. Like, oh, that's just my friend Jim. That's Uncle Jim and Uncle Tony and Uncle Hell. Nah, ain't
Right.
nobody got that many damn uncles. Now listen, you know. So I understand to some degree, there can be some apprehensiveness there, and in there, I can see a mom being like, okay, when you know that you really about to settle down with someone, then yes, okay, then I need to meet this person and we can talk about, you know, having our child, them be a part of our child's life. But
Right.
if you just out here playing the field and with whomever it is that you feel you want to
You're
talk
not
to for the
ready.
week,
You're not ready.
you're not ready, and that's not a healthy environment. You kind of want to watch what your kids see anyway. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? As a mom, you don't want to see your child watching you with 50 million different men, and as a father, the
Or
same
women.
thing, or
Cause you being
or
a
women,
thought
whatever.
side.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all grown. Y'all grown. You can do what you want to do, but I'm just saying you still have a responsibility to conduct yourself in a certain manner when it comes to children. So you don't want them to see all that. It's really not their business. If you want to thought around the whole city that you live in, baby, do you. But all I'm
Yep.
saying is that the kids don't need to see that.
No.
And then when you are ready to settle down with someone and you are going to bring, you know, you're going to blend that family or bring that person in, then you do need to know that it's right. So I'd like to know what people think about that. So
I agree. I agree.
I'm
So
curious to know.
y'all know I'm about to come out with some more questions out the woodwork.
Oh,
I do
damn.
apologize.
What you want
You
to know?
know. So I heard y'all talking about boundaries earlier. I done heard boundaries, 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 boundaries. Okay. So what kind of boundaries are set? What is a boundary that you guys have as Angie is pulling out the Whoppers and you about to hear her crunch on these Whoppers?
Oh, that's what they was talking about Whoppers. You know what? I ain't even see that box till now. Okay.
The boundaries is communicating with the kids as far as being respectful. Boundaries as far as discipline, like disciplining the kids. I know some people don't like other people discipline their kids. It can be
Mhm.
wife or husband, married or not. Some people just don't like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Boundaries,
does
those kind of boundaries.
your husband discipline your child?
He
Your
doesn't have
Cece?
to. I have a wonderful daughter. Like
You really
honestly,
do. She's
and
amazing.
and she actually broke down and cried to me and was so thankful. He's been in her life since she was 11 years old, and she's 21 now. And
She needed that.
she appreciate everything. So he don't have to do that. Like honestly, so we didn't have issues like that. It wasn't nothing like that at all. So
I am
Cece's
curious. What?
always been good.
Yes, she has. I'm curious to know though. What do you think about that though? Do you think that if someone is in a blended situation like that, you know, should
no,
the yeah.
no, I just not physically, no.
Mhm. I totally agree with that. That's what I wanted to know. I totally
Physically,
agree with that.
physically, no. Like hands, belt, all that, no.
Mm-mm.
Disciplining though, as far as like, because again, my
Like
situation was
punishments, like
I
put in
was,
your.
yeah,
I'm okay with that. I was always
yeah,
okay with that. I don't have
Mhm.
an issue with that. Punishments, taking things
yeah,
away that she
Yeah.
loved. He was
Exactly.
able to do that,
Mhm.
but
yeah.
we just never had the physical thing. No,
You
it
put your hand
hasn't
on
been
my
an
child, I'm
issue.
gonna cut you, and you gonna be
Yeah.
able
I
to
don't
find your
think that.
body all over America.
Nah, he's a great. My husband's a great dad. Like honestly, it's like no complaints at all. I'm nothing. So
So I guess times has changed because I used to have a switch waiting at the door for my grandma. I had a belt. I had all of them things. I grew up in North Carolina and New
You was
Jersey.
bad as
you
hell
was
though,
bad
Cece.
But
anyway.
I was bad. I'm not gonna front. I was a bad child. But like whoopings and all that, yeah, that came off top. I noticed the new generations now, they don't get whoopings. They don't get what we've been through. You get handed a tablet and go sit your ass down and go sit down and look at that tablet. You know
So,
what I mean? Like it's different.
so no, you're right. No, it's very different. Okay, let's talk about disciplinarian action. Okay, my mama did not play. She was a disciplinarian in the household. Now, had this been her day, okay, her day, she would tell you it. Listen, she wanted to whoop my best friend Jennifer. I was like, Mama, but Jennifer in high school and she don't even get whoopings. And no, she was like, but she in this damn house. I was like, Jennifer, you gonna have to go home because
Your mama was
Mama want to whoop people.
hilarious.
So that's what I'm saying. Though this is a different day and age. Had this been her era, she'd be like, "Your kid in this damn house, they disrespectful. I'm beating their ass. That's just how it goes. You got a problem? We can have a problem. Like that's my mama, okay?
That's that
I'm
old
not
school.
Yeah, I
okay.
don't play that. I
I'm
don't
not
play that.
like that. I'm not like that. Now I feel like if I'm coming into a situation where my significant other, has a child, then I feel like in terms of physical disciplinary action, that's something that they need to handle if that's what is going to be done. Um, but I just feel like like Neil said, in terms of punishments or taking away privileges, which is typically, unless you have a super unruly child, I feel like you can do that. You can be like, okay, you can
Yeah,
punishment, or no, you can't do this activity until you get your act together. Like I think that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? If you bad like Tori and you just acting up, then you might have to break out the belt. I don't know, but
yeah, that's true. That's
but
true.
but for the most part, I don't think that For the most part, though, I feel like you can, if you two people are in a situation and you are a step parent, then yes, punishment, or something like that is something that you and the actual parent, can set together, and then anything other than that, I feel like allow the parent, the
Yeah.
actual parent, the biological parent, to do what it is that
Mm-hmm.
they feel that they need to do on that end. Now, with that being said too, there also has to be understanding that hopefully the biological parents understands too that you cannot allow your children to disrespect
Exactly.
Yep.
the step parents. Okay, so
Off
that's
top.
that's the problem. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want people to feel like don't sit there and think that the step parent is supposed to allow
Yeah.
disrespect.
Oh, and you're not supposed to allow it at
No, not at
all.
all. Okay,
Right.
like, we can handle it. I can let you do your thing, but what I won't tolerate is being disrespected.
Yeah.
So that's a boundary there that has to be set between, two people. So that's a big one. So hold on, I'm about to put Kayla's comment up here. Kayla says, I don't whip my children because I think it sends them the wrong message to me. It sent them the message of when somebody don't do what you want them to do, kick their ass.
No, no, I don't agree with that because I whooped Ciella's ass and she was never like that. I just don't agree with that.
Now, I was a good
Respectfully.
kid. Right. I was a good kid. I did get a whooping here and there. Um, when I was coming up, not often, but I don't know. It's a new day, and let's say it like this: it's a new
It's
day and
new.
age.
Yeah.
Okay,
Whew,
like I
these
said
children. Whew.
before, I have old school values when it comes to discipline. I don't necessarily think that you have to put your hands on a child, but I do believe in being firm when it
Yeah.
comes to discipline. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I don't play. I wouldn't be one of those parents that play a lot with kids. Now, mind you, I don't have my own kids, but I had a lot of nieces and nephews, right? And and they love Angie. But I also set boundaries with them. And like Mimi said before, like, yes, I will hem my baby Marcus up in a minute because I don't tolerate disrespect. Right. Why you tone like that? Why you tone like that? You raised it. Hold on, wait a minute. What was you saying again? Now, what was that? Okay, we're gonna bring it down a couple notches. That's what So I'm that type of person. Or wait, did you just talk back to me? No, I know I didn't hear that. We're gonna try this one more time. We're gonna try
And
this one
he
more
Yeah.
time.
and he be
Like,
looking at me
I'm
like,
that
bruh. And I be like,
I'm that person. Don't let me have to ask you more than once.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't ask me why I asked you to do something because you don't pay bills here. Like, I'm that type of person. You know what I'm saying?
And
So I like to set the groundwork. I don't treat kids like they're friends. You know how some parents like to have that whole friendly dynamic of, like, I'll be like, okay, I understand keeping the lines of communication open, but you still need to have a parent child boundary there. I'm that person. We're gonna set the parent child boundary and we're not gonna cross it. But I'm gonna, allow you to be open with me. You just gonna do it with some tact and some respect. So
so I like that because I grew up old school too. Like I was telling you, I got whoopings. I needed them. I deserved them. I ain't even gonna lie. But when I got my whoopings, when another one was about to come, because I knew I was doing some unruly stuff, I got that
exactly,
look. I got that look, and once I got that look,
girl.
I was like, "Oh, I'm set straight. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not doing that no more." And that was for me because I was bad. But an example I did on my niece one time, and I didn't have to discipline her. I didn't have to whoop her, none of that. But kids are very, very smart. They
They
know
are.
the games. They know how to play with you and pick your buttons to figure it out if they can push you to that limit or not. And so she was 3 at the time, and with her mom, she'd pull her mom's hair, yell at her mom, cry, 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 all of those things, right? She didn't play with TT. When I seen her, I grabbed her little butt, I put a pillow on the floor, and I laid her little butt on that floor. And I said, "You stay right there. Don't you move." And she looked at me and cried, cried, cried. Did she move away from that pillow? No, she didn't. I was very, very firm with her. She did cry, 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 and then she fell asleep on that pillow. And her
Mhm.
mom was like, how did you do that? I was like, it's called you're creating a boundary on that child. Because I worked in childcare for years. Let me tell you, them 3-year-olds, them 2-year-olds, and 4-year-olds, they know how to play games with you. And they will play every game they can because they're smart. And you either gonna let them do it or you're not. So
that's so true.
I learned a lot. Oh, them kids there. I was bad. I'm telling you, I was really, really bad. I deserved every little thing coming to me.
I am curious to know though, what are the rules? What are the rules? And I'm asking that to the baby mamas and baby dads. Like, what are the rules? You know, if you are, for those of you who have someone that, you know, maybe the father or the mom is in a relationship with someone else, what are the rules, or how do you feel about meeting the other person or the other person being around your child? You know, or what are your boundaries? Like, how does the meeting go? Let's talk about the meeting. Okay, so I'm dating Christian Keys, okay? And Christian Keys has a baby mama, okay?
That's me.
And
I'm the baby mama.
Christian like, baby.
Oh Lord, she the baby mama. Did you hear that, Tori?
Oh damn. Okay. We gonna role play. We gonna role play. So how does the meeting go? Okay, like okay, Christian
I just
like
want to be a fly on the wall. Okay.
Christian Keys like, baby, it's time to meet my baby mama Tori. You know, she kind of ratchet. She always wearing ball caps and shit. But you know, we got a kid together. Not she patted. We got a kid together, and I want you to meet her. And so I'm be like, okay, baby, it's that time. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Wow.
I'm already not gonna like you. But go ahead.
Oh my God, y'all. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be so bad. Christian, I'm ready. Let me go meet her. Okay, let's do this. Okay, and so Christian come in and he's like, Tori, I want you to meet the woman, Angela Marie, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. And she is going to be around our child. And I'm gonna be like, hi Tori, it's nice to meet you.
I don't want to shake your hand. You alright, but you ain't my level.
Oh my goodness.
Oh Jesus. Somebody finna get shot.
I'm coming here respectfully with Christian Keys. I have to say his full name, y'all. With Christian, you know, to, you know, just introduce myself and let you know that I'm gonna be in your child's life, and I just want you to feel comfortable knowing who I am and that I have good intentions when it comes towards the child.
That's nice and all, but does my child even like you?
Well, you the mother, don't you know?
What you bought my child? Did you buy my child anything?
Have you bought your child anything? Because if I'm doing all the buying, that means you lacking somewhere.
She ain't gonna work out for you. We done. Just
wow. Yeah, please don't let it go like that. Please don't let it go like that. Please.
You know, I wouldn't be like that. I'd be like, oh, a bonus mom? Join in. Girl, can I get you some wine? You know, we didn't work out. It's okay. We're co-parenting. Great. I like you, Angie, already. Let's get to know each other.
That is too damn happy. I really don't think it's going to go like that.
In a perfect world, no. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, we need a new role play.
Because wait a minute, the two baby mamas ain't saying shit. If you notice, the two single ones with no children is the one that's over here doing the role play.
I'm a nice one.
Role playing.
I'm nice.
There you go, role play.
I guess.
This should be interesting. And she
very.
Okay.
Who role playing? Am I role playing?
Wait, what am I? Wait, first it depends on what happened.
It don't matter. Just play your part, girl.
So the question we were asking when you were stepped away was, we were like, okay, how does it go? How does it go initially when the outside person is meeting the other parent? So for this scenario, it was like, okay, it was me dating Christian Keys. And Tori was the baby mama. And this is my first meeting with Tori. So that's what it was. And she was so ratchet, like, y'all, oh my gosh.
So now, how were you now when you met?
When I met the baby mama.
Exactly.
I was very polite. I was, because I'm very nice until you piss me off. But I was very polite. And they wasn't rude. They was really nice to me in my face. They was very nice to me.
What we preface in my face. Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't a problem, face to face. It was lovely. That's all that matters. As long as it was respectful face to face, that's fine.
I agree. Melanie then popped up with the snacks.
I know.
No, I agree that that's the way it should be, right? I think that it should be. I think that, and does everyone agree? Do you feel like before anyone meets the child that they should have meet the mom first?
Yes, I do. Respect for the mother.
I agree. I
mean, I understood, when she wanted to meet me, I understood that. I wasn't upset about it because I would be the same way. I mean,
me too.
You got to know who your child gonna be around, and
exactly.
So, but like I said, the meeting in person and stuff, the first time, it was good. It wasn't bad at all.
That's good. That's good. So what if? Okay, so we've been doing all that talk about that. So what if the child doesn't like you?
Oh, my child will let you.
Well, tough titty, because not going nowhere. Just, I don't know. That's hard.
Isn't that hard?
But you know what though? Honestly, to be serious, it's kind of up to you to kind of get that child to get comfortable with you, and to get that child to, I guess, let them know you are a good person and you mean well. So that's important too. It's kind of on an adult as well to make that child feel important.
I agree, because I feel like sometimes it's such a touchy kind of scenario, especially if, let's say, for instance, the child has been, with their parents. Initially, it started off, it was mommy and daddy. And then, then mommy and daddy splits up, and then daddy or mommy decides to get with someone else. And so initially, for some kids, it may be a smooth transition. For others, they may have a hard time adjusting to that, or adjusting to not seeing their parents together and seeing their parent with someone else.
Yeah, that's hard on the child.
Yeah, so I agree with Nell that it's both parties who got to kind of work at it. Because you want to make them feel comfortable. You want to let them know, hey, it's okay. Understand this is a difficult transition, but like, this is your second home, and you can feel comfortable and everything. So I do think it's on the parent as well, or the other person, to try to create a comfortable situation with.
Listen, Miss Tia, I was on that same accord with you. When my father popped in the picture, I was like, I do not like this man. And I said it out loud, verbally. Mind you, I was the bad child. So I was like, I don't like you. I don't know you. I don't like you. It is what it is. Stay in your lane. I stay in my lane.
Oh, and badass kids.
I will say though, when I got older, I had to understand. I started looking at my mom, and I was like, dang, my mom's happy. Like, she loves this man. And that came with maturity with myself. So when I got older, I said, okay, let me give this a chance, because I'm not going to be living with my mom forever. I know I'm moving out, let me give this a chance. And when I started opening up to give him a chance, I was like, dang, that's my dad. Everywhere he go, I am. I follow him. I act like him, But the most important thing was, when I allowed him in my life, who was the person who bought my first car? My father was. Who was the person who bought me anything that I asked for? My father was, because he's good with money. So that, like, now that I'm older, I'm like, gosh, I'm glad I accepted him, because he added so much to me. And yeah, so I love it. A bonus parent
That's
is a
good.
plus, you know? And y'all
Yeah.
know him. Y'all know
Yeah.
him, and y'all
I
know
love
he's a good
him. Yeah.
man.
I love Pop.
Yeah.
He's a good man. So
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for any other father, okay? Not
Yeah.
another
He's
father.
a
Absolutely.
good dude for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry, Angie. I got one more question. I swear to y'all, I'm done. I swear to
what
y'all,
you
I'm
got to
done.
say?
So this goes back. So people that I've come like cross paths with, their parents separated at an older age. And they said it affected them more when their parents separated at an older age than if they were younger, their parents would have separated. What do y'all, and then they went and remarried someone else while their parents were at an older age. What do y'all think of that?
Honestly,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't. To me, I wouldn't be affected worse. I don't think. I mean, I feel like
Not as an adult, no.
no, because I feel like I would be able to understand better. Like sometimes people grow apart, sometimes, it just doesn't work out or you lose interest or whatever the case may be. I feel like as an adult, you can kind of, especially if you've gone through your own relationships, you kind of understand how things can be. So I can't see, even if my parents had been together a long time and then decided that they were going to separate. I mean, shit, I'm gonna love both my parents. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree,
And
but
I'm
they
gonna
were really
respect their
messed up.
boundaries.
They were really messed up more so
Wow.
because
I'm
they had been
surprised.
together for so long to see them not be like that no more. They looked up to them because now they're married and they had that
Right.
same thing. And so to see their parents no longer be together, it messed them up as an older age because they're just like, why? I don't understand what happened wrong. Like, we used to do this, we used to do this, you know what I mean? So it kind of affected them. It's three people I know where they told me as they got older, it affected them when their parents decided to call it quits with each other. And I can't understand it because I'm like you, Angie, and now I'm on the same page as y'all.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird there.
That's
Like
different. I don't know.
mm, I would probably be a little sad,
Yeah,
but
Joseph.
that's about it.
I
Fix
agree.
it, Jesus.
That is about it.
Joseph, if you don't leave me alone about these musicals, honey, because
Oh,
I would
tell them,
never
Joseph.
love a musical, Joseph. I just can't
Tell
do
them,
it.
Joseph. Joseph appreciates the
Joseph.
musicals.
Go on,
Okay,
Joseph.
Musicals suck.
they
They
do not.
do.
Don't be disrespectful.
That is the last genre of movie,
It's
of a type of movie I would
horrible.
ever watch.
It's horrible.
It's
Like,
horrible. It's
for
dreadful.
real.
I would watch a
Mm-mm.
horror movie before I watch a musical.
Baby, don't nobody got time. I'd rather
And
watch
Oh,
that Bob guy. Okay.
okay.
With
Now,
his
I'm not
fro.
gonna talk trash because I am actually gonna enjoy watching West Side Story because it's my Puerto Rican people on there. Puerto Riqueña all day. But other than
Yeah.
that, if there wasn't Puerto Ricans on there, I probably wouldn't be watching it. Sorry,
I know
Angie.
all the songs. I know
Well, it ain't no
all the
Mexicans on
songs.
there,
Yeah,
so I don't
you
want to
do.
watch it.
Don't be singing them either when we watching it, okay?
Oh, I'm gonna sing every last one of the songs. I know them all.
She is.
She
She
is.
is. She gonna sing it. She sing everything. When she say my name, she sing it. When she call out phone numbers, she sing it.
She got me
You
doing
know
it
what?
now. I'm
I got
doing it now.
I got
Man.
Angie doing that.
Oh, Tori.
I'm
It's
done with y'all.
bad.
That sucks, man.
Mm. So listen, y'all. So we gonna wrap up the conversation because it is about that time. But look, so there are some things to think about when it comes to the whole dating a person with kids, and
It
for
take a
those
special
of
person.
it does. It does. It takes a lot of communication and understanding on all, the adult side of it. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, how you conduct yourselves, how you decide that you're going to communicate and set your boundaries really, that depends on the environment the child is coming into. And again, as I said before at the beginning, that's the important part is creating a comfortable environment for the child. So we do want to encourage you to do that. I encourage that you respect parents respect the other party coming in and the other party respect the parents. Also, be respectful if you are going to be becoming a part of a child's life. It is important that you do meet the parent, the father or the mother, and hopefully, you know, everybody can have a meeting that is respectful and cordial. So I'm gonna leave it there with everything. There's my baby princess in the camera.
Hey,
And
y'all.
Hey, good.
so we're gonna go ahead and throw up everybody's social media handle so that you can follow us and everything. And then we are going to wrap up the show. But let's get these handles up here so you can know how to get in touch with us. So I'm gonna throw up on the screen first, Miss Mimi's contact information. We are going on a month and what a week that she has kept
You know
her handle
what?
the
You
same.
know what?
Okay, she is still Mimi the Nerdy Vixen this week, y'all. Once again, kudos to you,
You know what?
Mimi. I love it.
You know what?
Yeah, sure.
You can follow me, everybody, at She is Angela Marie on IG, on Facebook at Angela Marie 81, and on Twitter at Love Angela Marie. We gonna throw Miss Tori up there. I don't think she's private anymore, so go ahead and hit her up, you all. Go ahead and follow Miss Tori.
Forgive me, Angela.
I'm
You not
sorry.
private no more, Tori?
Ooh,
Hey,
ooh.
I'm
I
getting at
still
it.
am. So
And then
Child.
you can follow Miss Chanel on IG at Chanel_Sadler_Tyus, on Facebook at Chanel.Sadler, and on TikTok, y'all check out her TikTok videos at Sadler Chanel. She be putting the drink videos out there. They are so cute. So you got to check it out. And all of the other TikToks too.
They
So
look good.
make sure that you follow Chanel on TikTok. All right. All right, everybody. So we will be back next week. Is going to be our last week before the Christmas break. So we'll be off for 2 weeks. We'll be off for the week of Christmas, and we'll be off for the week of New Year's, and then we will be back fresh after the New Year. So next week, make sure you tune in. Friday is our ugly Christmas sweater day. So I want everybody to, if you're watching, throw on your ugly Christmas sweater and join in with us on that day. All right. And then we have another awareness that we will be featuring next Friday. So we will see you guys next week. We got another show coming up at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast, that is 11 p.m. That is Hot Sugar Tea. All right. I will have the streaming destination link up in our outro. We hope everyone has an amazing rest of your Friday night. And we will see y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
I loved it.